It's time to ask an expert, where we answer everyday home improvement questions to help you better understand your home and the home improvement industry as a whole. Today, I'm with Tyler from BVI Solar and Greg Cantor, our resident expert, as always, from Murray Lampert Design Build Remodel. Gentlemen, thank you for joining us today to talk about permits and unpermitted projects and structures. Tyler, first to you, let's define what we're talking about. What's an unpermitted structure?
So an unpermitted structure or project is anything that was not built up to code, and meaning building code, electrical code, plumbing, and so on, or that never had a permit pulled or a permit closed out.
So in some way, shape, or form, it is not matching what the city or the government requires.
Exactly. You can call it illegal.
Okay. Greg, how widespread of an issue is this out there?
It's very widespread. In fact, in the last week, I've seen 4 homes that had work with no permits.
Wow.
Most of it knowingly without permits, but sometimes people buy homes and then they find out later that work was done without permits.
Okay, so if somebody has an unpermitted project or structure, what are some of the problems that can cause for them?
So it can really hinder their ability to do additional projects in the future, particularly if those projects are pulling a permit and trying to get that permit closed out properly through an inspection.
So let's say solar. Somebody's trying to go do a solar improvement. Can it stop this solar improvement from happening?
Absolutely. We've run into situations where customers have put new structures on their property that might go into their neighbor's easement or setbacks, or where they've built something that's not up to code, run electrical to it, and then the inspector would come out and say, hey, that doesn't meet code, and that needs to either get torn down or brought up to spec in order to get your solar signed off.
Wow. And Greg, you said people that oftentimes know, but sometimes they don't if they bought a flipped home maybe.
Right, and most of the cities, city of San Diego County and the smaller cities, you can go online and actually type in the address and do a search for permits.
To make sure that the permit is there. But one thing I was going to recommend or ask, if somebody were to call Murray Lampert, if they're thinking about doing a remodel, will you help them and walk them through that process
We
to find
would
out?
definitely take their information and look up whatever we can online and do some research to see if they're good.
What about for solar? Would you do the same at BVI to make sure that the permits are in line for that home?
Absolutely. It's in our best interest, it's in the customer's best interest, so we'd be more than happy to do that.
Great service from both of you guys, because it's important to know about the permit status of your home.